Hi, so this week I'm going to be talking about H. Describe an intercultural encounter you had with a hearing person from another culture that stands out to you, made you think, or in which you think which outcome was surprising. So I've stated before, my stepdad is Colombian, and his whole family comes straight from Colombia. So almost every time we go over to their house, I feel like it's an intercultural encounter because don't have a lot of the same, I don't do a lot of the same things they do, even though I've had my stepdad in the family for going on 12 years now. Two that stand out to me a lot, it really did the first time too, was Christmas and New Year's. For Christmas, the culture does like a whole lot of different things. Like, there's a very specific meal that we have every year that's like a four-course meal, and it's always the same thing. And then Santa Claus comes at midnight, and the kids come down and open the presents at midnight. And then there's like specific games that we always play. There's one called Spoons, that we play every year. And I remember that first time, I didn't know it was always a recurring thing, but a lot of things had to be like explained and like told to me when I want to say I was maybe 13, 12, something along there when I first started going there. And it really like stood out to me that this family, they did completely different things than what I was used to on Christmas. It completely like blew my mind that they didn't follow traditional culture like I'm used to, such as we always we have a family dinner of whatever we choose, and we get matching pajamas, and we set out cookies and carrots for the reindeer, write a letter to Santa, and go to bed. That was always our Christmas thing. And I know a lot of my friends who did things like not the exact same, but very similar. And going to this family that was new to me and then doing completely different things than what I was used to was just kind of crazy for me. I feel like that was one of my first encounters with a different culture. And then for New Year's, we do this thing. We make a paper man that represents the year that we were in. So this year it'll be 2019, and you put them in a bowl and you burn it. Um, to get rid of all of the old year's troubles and problems, to not bring them into the new year. At New Year, you get a glass of 12 grapes and champagne. And if we were a kid, we had like apple cider. Each grape you eat, you have to, sorry, each grape you eat, you have to, sorry, I don't have it well. Each grape you eat, you have to make a wish for a new month for the new year. So, like, you eat one with a wish for January, February, March, and so on. And that was another thing that had to, I got really excited every year because it was something I had to get used to, but I thought it was so cool. I was like, oh, I get 12 wishes now. And I thought burning the paper man was such like a cool thing for me. And again, that was one of my earliest like different intercultural encounters that really like stuck with me, because my brain was like, this is going to be a new thing that happens every year now, that I need to learn and adapt to. So that always really stood out to me. And every year, I always think it's so cool every time we go. And I wouldn't say I haven't really like integrated into their culture. We get to be part of it for holidays and stuff, but we don't actively like participate in the things that they do every day. My mom and I don't speak Spanish, and that's their primary language that they all talk with. Things like that. So I feel every time I'm involved with my stepdad's family, it's very like culturally enriching. And yep, that is it. Thank you.